So we've been reporting on the Kansas shooting of an Indian engineer who was shot to death. He was shot along with two other people. The other two individuals survived. They were all shot by a white man, white supremacist, who believed he was killing Arabs. At least that's what he told. That's what 51-year-old gunman Adam Pedersen told a bartender who later on turned him into the police. He thought that he was shooting Arabs, and he yelled, "Get out of my country," before shooting multiple rounds at the engineers. Two of the individuals were engineers. One of the people shot was intervening. The individual who died, and I won't even try to pronounce his name. I'm horrible with pronunciations, and I don't want to disrespect his name. The individual who died, his family spoke out today, and the brother of the victim said, quote, this certainly shows that Trump is surely the primary reason as of now. Most of my relatives are in the U.S. for the past 20 years, and they have never encountered this thing. This is the first such incident in our family. And this was the brother of the victim speaking to an Indian news agency. To add insult to this painful injury, we have not heard anything much on this story at all here in the United States. We certainly have not heard anything from President Trump, just like we didn't hear anything with other incidents of white supremacy, white violence against minorities in the United States, nor did he speak about the Quebec shooting. It wasn't an American shooting, yet it was right across the border in Canada. And nothing with six Muslims shot to death by a white supremacist who was a Trump supporter. We've not heard anything from the Trump administration. And the brother of the victim who was killed, he is quite right that this is a signal of what Trump has done here in the United States. Speaking of the victim who survived, the family member of the victim who survived said, "Thank God my son survived the shooting." He said, "After the nightmarish incident, do we really need to go to work in the United States?" This is a different day. This is a, while we know for sure that this type of hatred has existed in the United States for a very long time, this type of hatred is now fomenting to the top of the United States because of the rhetoric and the racially divisive, xenophobic language coming from the president of the United States. And now we have people dying because of that rhetoric. And we have the president of the United States not only not speaking about it, but taking definitive actions to not have the investigative agencies here in the United States focus on all terrorism. He has removed the impetus behind focusing on white terrorism and put all of the focus on investigating, quote unquote, radical Islamic terrorism. So in the midst of an uptick in violence from white supremacists, the president of the United States is not only mum on the issue, he is undermining the investigative agency's ability to investigate white terrorism when we're far more likely to die from white terrorism in the United States than we are any radical Islamic terrorism. This is your president. This is the president of the United States, and this is how he's dealing with this damning issue, and this is how he is fomenting this type of hatred to the top of the American society, and people are dying because of it.